1,000 crore rupees annually, and at any given time has more than 2,500 people working in its 2 factories in the country. The company is now grappling with lower sales thanks to poor monsoons in rural India and falling disposable income in urban centres. In this budget hangout, LG India's top boss tells me how the finance minister can boost consumer spending.
In the run-up to Budget 2016, I decided to find out what can the finance minister announce to help the manufacturers and consumers of consumer electronics. For that, I traveled to LG's factory in Greater Noida. It is from here that the South Korean giant has been producing for 2 decades.
It's a very complicated tax system, tax policies. Those tax policies should be simplified and transparent.
So when you say they need to be simplified, do you mean that the rate should be cut, or do you mean that they should be done away with?
Not only the reducing the tax rate, but also the implementing those taxes. The process should be clear to improve and to remove any litigation or dispute. So we have experienced some unnecessary dispute or some litigations.
So are these big litigations, do they involve a large amount?
Not that big, but to be global, standard should be improved.
And you're saying that taxes should be cut. Which taxes should be cut?
Many taxes. In order for the consumers, to improve their purchasing power, consumer income tax should be lowered, and the excise duty rate should be lowered, and dividend tax even 20%. I think it should be removed because already we paid a lot of taxes, but in the final net income should be transparently transferred to other countries.
Are we far more expensive? Is India far more expensive tax-wise compared to other countries? What's the experience like?
Yes, some area, yes, more expensive. For instance, other countries do VAT. Here there is no VAT. Now GST is in the process to be implemented soon, but the percentage is still high.
So what has the experience been? Are you finding that the disposable income, the purchasing power of the consumers has been reducing, and that is impacting companies like LG?
Absolutely. Financial scheme is required. So now private sectors, consumer financing, it costs high. But if government offer state-run, low-cost financing, consumer financing facilities, it will be really helpful for consumers to buy.
Do you have that in the rest of the world? Have you seen this take off quite successfully, such schemes?
Yeah, some countries like Mexico or Brazil, they once adopted that kind of, government, state-run consumer financing facilities.
A lot of manufacturers, whether it is an LG or a Samsung or you name them, they're all also telling the government, why are you not incentivizing us to manufacture here? People can import from China and it's turning out to be cheaper. Is that part of your budget wish list as well?
Yes, of course. There are many steps of the localization. Some countries only, pretending to localize. Some companies almost 100% localization. Our goal is making LG 100% localized company. So then government should incentivize.
Well, that's the wish list of the consumer durable segment hanging out with LG. It's back to the central bank's credit policy now. The Reserve Bank is throwing its weight behind the Modi government's Startup India drive. As an aside to the monetary policy review, the governor unveiled plans to relax several regulations which will, among other things, make fundraising easier for entrepreneurs. Alexander Matthew has more.
Startup India, stand up India.
The Prime Minister's call is being answered not just by various ministries, but by the